Y'all don't even know how much this means to our family. Y'all don't know. I didn't know how my sister affected everybody. There were people crying in the beauty shop, people crying at the eyebrow shop. I didn't know that. I knew she was mine because she was my best friend too.
Today, we will be in Pontiac, Michigan. The city is part of the Metro Detroit and is about 20 miles northwest of Detroit. The city was best known for its General Motors automobile manufacturing plant of the 20th century, which were the basis of its economy and contribute to the wealth of the region. In the city's heyday, it was the site of the primary automobile assembly plant for the production of the famed Pontiac cars, a brand that was named after the city. The Pontiac brand itself was discontinued in 2010 by General Motors. In this city, on August 4, 1972, a baby girl will be born who will make history in her town one day as the first Black woman to become CHO, County Health Officer for Oakland County. Dr. Clandra Green graduated from Pontiac Northern High School and then attended Oakland Community College, where she earned an associate's degree in nursing. She was an advocate for education and went on to get her doctorate in organizational leadership in 2020. The title of doctor complemented her name. As the pandemic began in March of 2020, she became the Oakland County Health Division's Quality and Process Improvement Supervisor. Her duties included serving as the COVID-19 school nurse liaison, where she hired, trained, deployed 68 nurses to 28 public school districts and 125 private or charter schools. She played a pivotal role in launching COVID-19 testings at churches in Oakland County. She was also credited with organizing a mental health response of the Oxford School District following the high school shooting. One of her many achievements in life was to be named Oakland County's first African American health officer in 2022. In September 2020, Clandra would marry Charles Green Sr. in a beautiful ceremony, and they would settle into a life as a married couple. Dr. Green will go on to excel in her career over the next few years, and things seemed good from the outside. However, there was something tragic brewing that no one saw coming. On May 11, 2023, Dr. Green did not show up for work, and it was not like her. And according to their co-workers, she had been missing, and there was an appointment she missed as well, and they were unable to reach her by phone. Her family was notified, and they would go by the home and quickly realize that something was not right and called the police before fully entering the home. Once the deputies arrived, they would discover the body of two individuals who were sadly deceased. According to the deputies, a woman's body was on the floor with her back against the couch, and a man's body was nearby. Both had fatal gunshot wounds, and it was determined that it was Dr. Green and her husband Charles. She was 50, he was 52. Autopsies would be conducted, and the findings determined that her death was a homicide and his death was a suicide.
Tonight, developing news in Pontiac, where an Oakland County health official died in an apparent murder-suicide.
The county has confirmed the death of 50-year-old Clandra Green. Our Terrell Bailey is following the investigation. He joins us live now outside the Oakland County Sheriff's Office in Pontiac. Terrell, what have you learned so far?
Yeah, good evening, Shayna, Jeff. I'm live here at the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. As you all said, I had an opportunity to speak with Sheriff Bouchard with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. He did confirm to me that an apparent murder-suicide took place at a home along Alhambra Street. Now, Alhambra Street is actually in the Stone Gate Point subdivision, which is actually about 5 minutes from where I'm standing at right now. Now, the sheriff didn't give too many details on what took place inside of that home, but he did say a tragedy happened earlier today. Oakland County investigators spending hours Thursday at this home. The sheriff confirming the grisly discovery. According to him, it started off as a welfare check.
They started in and saw that things didn't look normal or right, and they backed out very smart. and called us, and then we made entry.
Once on scene, family members confirming to us the victim is Dr. Calandra Green. Just last year, Green was named County Health Officer for Oakland County, making Green the first African-American woman to hold that role.
Family and friends were shocked by this news. Commissioner Angela Powell, a friend of Green's, started to cry when she got the news and asked if someone could make an evening presentation for her, as she was too upset to do it. She would later say that Green earned a great deal of trust with residents, especially people of color, because she was an advocate who was creating change within the county. Dr. Green had been a public health nurse for the county since August 2019 and was promoted to Health Division's Quality and Process Improvement Supervisor in 2022. In that role, she hired, trained, and deployed nurses. 2 years ago, she was promoted to Administrator for Public Health Development and managed comprehensive countywide programs. In that job, she led mental health response after the mass shooting at Oxford High School, expanding the response countywide.
Tonight, we're learning about the huge impact she had on her community. Megan Woods live for us this evening. And Megan, this is a massive loss for so many.
It really is. She was a mother, she was a daughter, and she was a member at this Pontiac church. Actually, later this month, she was supposed to speak at a special event. Now they're passing out flyers like this. They're absolutely heartbroken.
To look out there and know that I won't see her again, yeah, it hurts.
Pastor Terrence Gowdy of Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church says he just saw Dr. Calandra Green Sunday.
I would just call her Dr. Calandra and just remind her we're looking forward to Women's Day, and that beautiful smile would light up, would come on her face. And she said, I'm excited too.
Now he's trying to process her murder while supporting a grieving congregation.
We're not trying to get over it. We're just trying to get through it.
The same goes for Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter.
The fact that she was murdered, frankly, leaves me really angry. On top of the grief and the sadness and the shock that I feel, I'm just really angry.
He describes her as funny and hardworking and says the night before, Dr. Green was at Oakland University to celebrate a colleague being honored.
People talked to her, everything appeared normal and fine, and she was her normal, happy self.
He believed her future was limitless, but now he's planning ways to honor her life.
We won't be able to replace Calandra.
Her peers will go on to say, even if you didn't know her, her work affected you. She was a passionate advocate for public health services across the county, especially in communities of color. All who knew her said she always had a big smile on her face and was a sweet lady, a people's person, most amazing, awesome, kind-hearted person who was liked by everyone she came in contact with.
She was remembered tonight by loved ones. Fox 2's Camila Miri is live following that story. This is such a tragedy, and I can remember even talking to her personally. A lot of us knew her.
Yeah, this is an absolute tragedy. Dr. Calandra Green, many of us knew her, as you said. She did so much with COVID. Take a look at some videos. So this was actually tonight. The video you're seeing right now is at this vigil outside her home that she shared with her husband. She was discovered on Thursday when she didn't show up for work at Oakland County Health Department. And as it turns out, as you said, investigators determined that she'd been shot in the back and that she'd been shot by her husband, who shared the home with her, and he had shot himself, both of them deceased. So 3 days later, I should say, on Mother's Day, family and friends gathered to honor Calandra, who everyone says was the most amazing, kind-hearted, awesome person. And even if you didn't know her, I think it's very evident when you look at the photographs of her that this woman was someone who had a large heart and a large personality and who welcomed everybody into her life. And it was very evident listening to what everyone was saying today. And I want to play some parts of the vigil for you. First, you're going to hear from her daughter, and then you're going to hear from her sister. Take a listen.
These past 4 days have been so hard. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. You were everything to me. I love you so much. I am staying strong and staying brave for you because I know you will want that. Y'all don't even know how much this means to our family. Y'all don't know. I didn't know how my sister affected everybody. There were people crying in the beauty shop, people crying at the eyebrow shop. I didn't know that. I knew she was mine because she was my best friend too.
There were also a lot of people crying at this vigil. Again, a large crowd gathered in front of her house, lighting candles and just saying goodbye. A lot of beautiful flowers strewn across the lawn, just paying their respects, honoring her on this Mother's Day. Reporting live in Pontiac, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Her light was so bright and she helped so many, and it was dimmed far too soon. Just so tragic. A woman who brought so much to the table and was a major asset to her community, sadly taken away yet again by a senseless violence at the hands of someone with a gun. My deepest thoughts and prayers are with the family and the loved ones in this difficult time, and I ask you please comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in this hard time, and hit that like button to share, to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.